Hey, I'm Scott, and this is Liam, and Dave is not here this week. We
Hello.
are Graybeard Gaming Podcast, your weekly source for gaming topics news with a pinch of buffoonery. This week, we talk about the rake that Xbox keeps stepping on, and Arc Raiders versus Marathon, and who knows what else. Liam just brought us some news about some other stuff that we're going to go over. But first, what we normally do is talk about what we've been playing for the week, and then we jump right into the topics that we want to talk about. So stick around. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What you been playing, Liam? How's it going?
I have been playing some Diablo. That sucked me in a little bit.
Uh,
Back in again.
are you
Although,
not going to your meetings?
this season's been a bit disappointing though. As a whole, it's weird because, like, I like the
Imagine that.
additions. I like the additions they do when it
Yeah.
comes to sort of some content, and at the same time, people are like, "Is that it?" Like we're paying for like battle passes and all this kind of stuff.
Well, how
So
much
some
are
of it's
how much are the
good.
seasons? Like, you have to buy the
Uh,
season, right?
I mean, you don't have to. Obviously, it's just all cosmetics,
But
basically.
it comes with a battle pass.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
yeah. Obviously, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to.
Right.
But,
Oh, that's
'cause-
good. That's good. Is it like? And I'm not harping on this, but I want to get this in my brain. It sounds like it's a little bit like Destiny, where you've got like a new season that comes out and you've got content, but if you want to get like everything out of the content, you'll want to buy the battle pass. Is that kind of how it works?
not really. Like I know with Destiny, if I want to do like content with missions, I
Yeah.
have to get the battle pass. Like, I have to get that season pass to
Right.
do activities in that season. I don't think Diablo works that way.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's
Well, that's
purely
good.
cosmetical. I think. Don't. But I buy it anyway, so I might
So
be wrong.
far, yeah, right.
Um, uh, the gimmick is of this season now. You get like boss powers, so like the big bosses that you can fight in the map. You can get some of their powers and use them
Okay.
and upgrade them for yourself,
Wow.
which is really cool and overpowered as hell.
Yeah.
But then it's like that's it. Like, and then you have to do the activities on the map, and it's just repeating the same activities. And they changed the battle pass this time to a I don't know what they do with it, to be honest. So dumb. They're trying to be like Call of Duty. With Call of Duty now, when you do a battle pass, you can like unlock certain things earlier than the others.
Yeah.
So Diablo did that, and it's terrible. I don't get it.
Oh
I don't.
man.
Why do you have to change it? Why? Just
Hmm.
let people unlock it in order. It's weird. Um, so I leveled up. I just wanted to play it because I spent money on it basically, and it's fun doing the boss powers. And but I know it's like with Diablo is you can really like no life it sometimes with these seasonal games, and you can do that for like a week, then you're done. It's like there's nothing new. It's just the same thing.
Right.
I think other games have a better sort of hook to them, seasonal games, and Diablo is just sort of breadcrumbing it rather than like big updates.
Hmm. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, it's not weird. I mean, I guess it's kind of expected. What was the last season like? Was it good or was it?
I mean,
Are you seeing this like decline of quality of the seasons as it goes as they come and go?
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
think it has declined, and last season just felt like a lot more to do. The difference is as well, like you have this new sort of enemy. Well, I say new from the other Diablo games, Belial.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back and basically he does this. You do this little mini storyline with him, which actually that was kind of cool. But I wish that just went on a bit longer. It's just this sort of thing to get you used to the mechanics,
Yeah.
basically. And then you have to do these activities, which so Belial pops up with his apparitions, and you have to like kill all these things. That's the activity. But he only has like 3 lines of dialogue, and that's how you sort of upgrade your stuff. after 20 goes, he's kind of sick of hearing him because it's just the same thing over and over
Oh,
again.
so you mean like when you're fighting him, he just kind of repeats the same, like
Yeah,
it's not
like
lore stuff. It's just the, I'm gonna kick your
yeah,
ass, that kind of
yeah,
thing. Like
yeah,
every
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that's
and
that's
that's it.
annoying.
It's like that's it. There's nothing else to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a downer season. I think it's like a less time as well for this season than other
Hmm.
seasons.
Are they? I haven't been keeping up with Diablo 4, but are they? Have they planned any expansions or anything that?
There's an expansion next year they're going to do.
Okay,
I mean, they had one like a couple of months back with the Vessel of Hatred,
right.
which I liked, but then even that one was like, here's the new villain. No, no, it's going to be in the next expansion. So, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah,
No.
I get that. I think that's one of the reasons that people get tired of live service games. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah,
Everybody's like, oh, it's the store, and it's you have to buy this, and you have to buy that, you spend money. No, sometimes I think it's just like uh, you get to where you want to start something, and then you want to finish it. I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah,
weird concept, but that's
yeah.
probably why single player games right now are showing an influx in
Showing
sales.
up the industry right
Yeah,
now.
it's like
Yeah,
I
just
can buy this game and I can
yeah,
probably finish it and be done with it and go, yay, that was good. Give me something else. So I
yeah.
don't know. Is that all you've been playing?
Mainly, really, I've just been sort of, just stressed a little bit. So I've been like thinking, I just want to kill things.
Yeah, that's
Just turn my
that's
brain off and just
just
kill
chop
things.
chop shoot shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Doom, the Dark Ages is right around the corner. So
yeah,
save a little
yeah,
bit of
and
that.
then
Put a little bit of that in your
yeah,
back pocket so
yeah.
that
Doom will be very soon as well.
yes, that'll be very. How do we say? Frustration.
Mhm.
Um,
Was it the 15th? So like 10
the
days,
the
or was it or 16th? Maybe 15th or 16th.
I don't know. Now that you say
It's that
that,
week
I
anyway.
thought it was the 11th, but now that you say that, I don't think so.
I think they have an early access period, of course they do, but
What? Oh yeah, they're gonna have the pay this much money for 5 days early or something like that. Yeah,
yeah,
of course. I'm not gonna do it. 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 I know it's on Game Pass. I've got it pre-installed, but that
yeah.
doesn't mean I'm gonna give
I
them
think
any money.
actually it doesn't really matter that much, or with this game as well, because I think it's only like 2 days early access or something. Sometimes like games give you like a week.
Yeah,
It's
with
a bit
Indiana
of a
Jones, I think it was like, well, they did. It's like, oh, it's coming out on a Monday, but you can play it Friday if you give us the money.
yeah,
And
yeah,
even
yeah.
Space
That's
Marines 2 did that. They did that. It was like, oh, it's coming out on Monday, but if you want to play it
yeah,
Friday and all weekend, you can give us more money,
yeah.
which I
And
did.
that's a sort of clever trick they can do, but I don't
Yeah,
think Doom has that. And if you want to like pre-purchase all the season pass stuff, you can. But then again, just wait till DLC's out. So whatever.
yeah, yeah.
I think I'll just wait when this one comes out on Game Pass properly.
I'm going to predict that this one's going to be really good, but it's going to be very divisive. It looks very different from the last two, but to me, it looks more Doom than the other two Dooms. It looks more Doom.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like a new updated version of like the first Doom game, where it's
hmm
just you've got to maximize movement and shooting and damage and evading, um, while just putting blood all over every wall in the room.
yeah.
So
What makes me laugh about these games now though, like it happens in movies as well, because like this Doom is a prequel to the other Doom,
yeah,
like Doom and Doom Eternal.
Dark Ages.
So obviously, that feeds into that. But the trailer had it to where Doomslayer's helmet was sort of gone, and you think he's dead, but you're like, well, he's not dead because this is before the other Dooms.
Yeah,
So that kind of like takes all the seriousness out of it.
unless there's a twist, there may be a twist at the end. It may be like the like he dies and the helmet falls off and it rolls like to the feet of like the janitor, And he's like, what is this? And he puts it on and he's like, ah! And then that's the guy you play in Doom 2016. I mean,
It's like you were the janitor the whole time.
Right. That's why he's so pissed off at it. Everything in there. You need to get upstairs and I don't have to do shit, bro. I quit. That would explain a lot. There, see, it just made some Doom lore. I'm going to Wiki right now and changing all of it. Anyway, so is that it? I got to play something really cool, so I'm really excited to talk about it. Which I talk about it almost every week for the last month. Can you guess what it is?
My brain's not working. So
Arc Raiders.
Oh, you actually played Arc Raiders?
I got in, yes. Now, this was, what was this, 2021, I think? 2022, whatever, when they had that big reveal of a bunch of people with jetpacks and guns and fighting these giant robots, and it was co-op, and it just looked, holy shit, give me this now. It's still not out, but it's now an extraction shooter. And they have had tests and beta or alphas and tests since they've changed it to an extraction shooter. And I've been on the list, man, since this game came out. Like when it came out and it hit on Steam, I went, click, give me access to whatever you're doing. And that have never been picked. So a friend of mine, I was telling him about it. So he's on Xbox. So he went to his Xbox and he went, sign up for, the play test. He was like, well, we'll see what happens. Because you get a friend invite if you do. 30 seconds later, it's like, hey, you've been accepted into the Arc Raiders public. And I'm like, anyway. So he sent me the friend request or the friend invite. So we got to get in and play it. And Marathon is in trouble. I'm going to come out and just say that right now. They have got some serious competition with this game. It's going to be $40, just like Marathon. It is an extraction shooter, just like Marathon. It's third person, unlike Marathon. And it looks absolutely amazing, unlike Marathon. And the gameplay is very tight. It's very good. We didn't really run into anything. Really, the only problems we had with the test was connecting to a server. Sometimes when you get out of a match and go back to the lobby or whatever, it would bump you, things like that. But holy cow, man, this thing looks and feels absolutely amazing. Very tense. Putting some gameplay on our YouTube shortly. I streamed it for a little bit, got a severe headache, had to quit. But this friend of mine was, we just played just us two, and in a map with teams of 3, and we were able to take out 2 teams, just by kind of getting the jump on them and stuff. But there's always an element of tension due to the fact that either you've got a bunch of smoke in an area or fog and you can't see shit, or you've got these environmental sounds of these robots or these whatever in the distance, and it sounds like footsteps or gunshots, or you can't really tell. And then you go into these abandoned warehouses or abandoned manufacturing factories and stuff. Well, you go in these factories. It's kind of redundant. But you go in the abandoned factories and find stuff, find loot, gets things to help make better shields, better weapons, better everything. And then you extract. The cool thing about it is, one of the cool things is I was in this thing that's an elevator that kind of all 4 doors slide down, and you jump in it, and you have to 5 seconds to hold down a button and call tell the elevator to go down, and the doors come up and everything. So that's how you extract. A guy got in and shot me right before the door closed, and I went down. But I was still able to get out. And then another time, I was with a guy. It's proximity chat. Another thing Marathon doesn't have. He's like, hey. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. Because I couldn't see him. He's like, are you over there? I'm like, I'm not telling you that. He says, I just want to extract. Are we cool? And I'm like, yeah, we're cool. We're cool. You're not going to shoot me, right? He goes, no. I just need to get out of here. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. All right, hit the button and I'll cover you. And so he hits the button, and then you have to wait a little bit for the thing to like call the elevator. It
Yeah.
has to come up. And in the meantime, this random dude came out, and the doors came down, and we ran for the elevator, and he shot the guy in front of me, and he went down, and I got this guy. I shot him, and then went around the corner and got him down. But then when I did that, the guy on the inside that was down was able to crawl over and call the elevator or close the elevator. And my dumb ass, instead of staying in the elevator, I went over to the guy I had downed and finished him off because I downed somebody. I had to do it. I turned around and and then the door was like, and then just closed. And I'm like, shit. So I had to wait for another elevator. But luckily I just got in to do that. But there's a lot of tension in this game, especially with when you get good stuff, man, and you're like, holy shit, I really need this stuff. I really need it to make some ammo or whatever. And you get out, it's a good feeling. But sometimes you get to where you like don't even have a gun and you got to go buy one and all kind of stuff. I could go into specifics. This game is it's easy to learn. Like there's not a lot it's not so many mechanics that you got to like go through this huge tutorial. It's basically you just find stuff, get it back, make better stuff or make new stuff so that so when you go in again, it's a little easier. And what you do is you upgrade your house, like where, your base or whatever.
Your base,
so when you upgrade it, you make better stuff and more stuff, and so it gives you a reason to like, even if you don't get out, it may give you still some like materials to use. So it never feels like you're just going back in to get stuff for no reason. There's always a reason to go back and get it. And man, the sound quality is amazing. The graphics, I know I need to stop saying graphics don't matter. In a game like this, graphics absolutely 100% matter. Because when you can use the environmental stuff like the smoke and the fog or rain or whatever to your advantage, it matters. And Marathon's going to have some problems, man. This is so well thought out and polished in a gameplay way that, I mean, if they get the server issues done and everything, I can see this releasing fairly soon under public access. I mean, early access.
Yeah.
Not public access. They'll cable. Or I don't know where that.
Very interesting to see when it comes out, considering Marathon is also coming out. So
yeah, I'm sure they'll probably have an open beta where anybody can jump in and and play. But we'll have to play, and I think you'll like it. Remember DMZ? It's like the DMZ, but it's like way better. It's like way better.
That's what happened to me with Arc Raiders as well, because I signed up.
Yeah.
I got the email, said, you're in. Looked at the date, it was over.
Liam, you can check your emails, man. No, wait a minute. When did you get this email? If you got this, what?
No, like when it ended. Like.
Oh, that's when you got the email.
Yeah. Oh. It was already over. Like, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Well, if I get in the next one, you get 2 friend invites. So, but if you get a friend invite, you don't get in and then get 2 other friend invites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just your friend invite is your ticket. If you got in now, you should be able to go for the next ones.
I don't know. According to Reddit, I don't think that guarantees you the next test. I think you still have to get picked, but hopefully, fingers crossed. I want to play it right now.
I hope they just do like big betas.
Yeah. But I really wanted to, and of course I signed up for. I went to the Discord. I signed up for the play test for Marathon. I didn't get in. They'll have another one, I'm sure. But I watched Jack Frags. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched him and his buddies play Marathon, and then I watched them play Arc Raiders. And just their demeanor and what they were doing in the game and how they were communicating with each other, you can tell that they had way more fun playing Arc Raiders than they did Marathon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Man, I don't know. I'm, and of course, I'm going to throw this out there. Marathon's getting delayed. It's getting delayed. It's
Hey,
probably going
I
to be
always said that.
February. Huh?
I was the one who said that marathon's going to get
Did
delayed.
you? Okay, we'll give you that one.
Yeah,
I just think it
yeah,
is
okay.
now. I think it's.
Yeah,
I think if Arc
yeah.
Raiders comes out anytime now before September, they're gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna, yeah. And even at Marathon, they're still talking about like, oh, this content we're gonna have after the game launches. We're gonna do this and do this and do this. Yeah, don't ask
Yeah,
me for
that's
$40 and
yeah,
then say all the good content's coming out
yeah.
later. You know?
I know, I know. I think people are kind of tired of that now.
Yeah,
So if you can like
absolutely.
deliver a solid product on launch, that's your sort of main priority. Get enough at launch, then worry about like how you're gonna update the game.
Yeah.
Don't just go, oh yeah, here's a game ish, and we'll update it later. Maybe.
Or maybe just shut up about it. If you've got stuff that's coming
Yeah,
down the
yeah,
pipe, wait till it comes out and people buy it, and then say, "Hey, we also, we're working on this stuff too."
yeah.
It's, man, I don't know. I don't want to concentrate on that because I know probably our listeners are sick of us bitching about Bungie being Bungie, but
Yeah.
we can bitch about something else. But I do want to give some like listener and viewer feedback. Um, and I wish Dave was here too. But I had this friend of mine was talking about. He asked me what was our best, like our most viewed show, and it was the Avowed is not a woke mess
Yeah, yeah.
episode where me and you both played it and we're like it's fine. you know
Yeah,
uh
yeah.
and of course all of the well most of except for one, all the comments were pretty negative.
Mhm.
And so, and he asked me if that made me happy that we had an episode that had more viewers because of, I guess, the title or the content or whatever. And I don't know about you, but I said no, it doesn't make me happy at all. It doesn't make me happy that we had a subject and we talked about something that kind of went against what a lot of people perceive for that
Yeah.
game. They thought it was just another Dragon Age Veilguard, and it's not. And the feedback we got from it was that it is a woke mess. Like, well, have you played
Yeah.
it? No.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you judge that
Mhm.
if you haven't played it? So my point is that it didn't make me happy that because I don't we don't want to be that kind of channel or that podcast that jumps on what people are feed off of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we don't want to be on one side of like, hey, they should, Veilguard should have they should make every game like that. We don't want to be like on that far side, but at the same time we don't want to be um on this like everything's woke, and if it's got, he she on it, if it doesn't have he and she or whatever, then it's woke and all this kind of crap. So we're neutral here,
Mhm.
and I want to stay that way. I'm not, personally not wanting to change our content or change our what we talk about and how we feel about things just to get viewers. And I would hope that that's what people are here for, is our honesty and the fact that we pay for these things just like they do. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to say that.
We're not special under these companies like giving us little product keys. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and if they did, which they probably never will, it's we would tell people that. So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. It did make me think about it, and a lot of times I'll go to a channel and it doesn't really tell you what their objective is for gaming, like what they want to talk about and where they are with these things. And I just want to be open about it. We take each game and everything that comes out, we take it for what it is. We don't file it
mhm,
under this or this or this. We look at it individually. I did not like Veilguard because of those political things, but you did. And that's cool.
yeah,
That's a perfect
yeah,
example of like, hey, if you like it, that's awesome. I'm glad you liked
yeah.
it. I'm happy for you. But we don't have to argue about it because we just have different opinions. So Anyway, I hope that probably like disappoints like half the people that are watching. Like shit,
Yeah,
but
like, oh, we can't have the woke wars.
right, exactly, exactly. So we're not, we don't console war. We don't, we're not political here or anything like that. We just love games and want to talk about them, and we buy them just like you. So, with that
Yeah.
being said, segue into Xbox is what the fuck are they doing, man? Seriously, like let's. God, it hit my mic again. I'm freaking out. The prices just not that they raised the prices. They went in effect like May 1st. Like they announced it and said, "Oh, by the way, when you go to Target, if you were thinking of like picking up some coffee and some bananas and getting an Xbox, well, it's $100 more." Like that
Mhm.
instant.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm sure they did that in the UK as well, right?
I imagine so. I don't know like any new prices. I mean, I've got my stuff,
Are
so I
these
don't
all
need it.
just US prices?
I mean, they will go up in the UK as well,
Yeah.
and Europe and the rest of the world. So yeah,
But
it's
let,
going to be
let's
everywhere.
let's just get this in perspective. Okay, so the Xbox Series X is $499.99, and it has been since launch, since 2020. We're going into year 5, people. 5. Now, normally these things start to drop in price as they get older, to keep sales, perpetuating. Now it has gone up $100 to $599.99. So now the Xbox Series X is $599. Now, the Xbox Series X digital, and that's the one. It's white. It doesn't have a optical drive. It was $429.99. So it was an option if you don't have any physical media, which is now uh, over $100 more. It's $549.99.
Ouch.
Like why? And like these don't even make sense. Like the price hike doesn't even make sense. So the Series X 2 terabyte is $599.99. Now, before I tell you the price now, when they announced that, I still said that it would be it was a deal because if you had a 1 terabyte Xbox and you bought a 1 terabyte drive, then you would be spending, it would be like
Same amount,
550,
but yeah,
or it
yeah,
would yeah, um, not 550. It would be 650, right? Yeah. So
yeah, rough. Yeah.
right. So this would you would be saving like $50 by getting the 599. Nope. It is now 729.99.
How?
And this is the kicker. This is the Series S, which used to be 299, is 379.99. Still cheaper than a Switch 2, but holy cow. Like and I get why they're doing this. And I can tell you this. This is what I'm smelling from these guys. This is a Microsoft decision. This is not an Xbox decision. This is definitely Microsoft. This is we're seeing,
Yeah.
and we talked about this from last year. This is Microsoft has taken over Xbox. This is they're making those decisions now for Xbox. Some good, some terrible. But I mean, they're not expecting to sell consoles at this price, are they? Right?
I don't know. I don't know what they're expecting at this point because I don't know what well, I know what their strategy is, but at the same time, they increase the price of the consoles, and I know the excuse as to why
Okay, but
certain
wait,
tariff
why
things.
tariffs?
But
Right? Okay, games are now going to be $80 this holiday.
yeah,
How the fuck
I
is a
think
tariff
I think
affect
Nintendo
that?
opened that floodgate as well.
Oh
So,
man.
but it's so weird because I'm in two minds about Xbox right now. Because as we say, like sometimes it's. I mean, this year has been incredible for Xbox.
Well, and that's the
Early
rake
on,
I'm talking about. They're stepping on. They
yeah,
just released.
yeah,
They just had Expedition 33 land on Game Pass, and it's been huge. And even the studio has said this has been great for us. Like Game Pass has
yeah.
been awesome. And then they released Oblivion Remaster, shadow dropped it. Like holy shit! And again, it's like oh my god! Like put them, hold them up, put them on a pedestal. Like thank you, holy shit!
Yeah,
And I was talking last week. It's like it felt like a gift. Like like someone said, hey, we appreciate you. Here you go. Have this thing that you really really want. And it's like and then the very next week, it's like they
Oh
step on that rate.
no.
They do this every single time, and it's just like if you want people to buy your products and fall for your ecosystem, it's like they want to fail. I don't get it. I don't get it. Unless they're doing this and then after like a year they're going to drop the prices below what they were before and then look like a hero. I don't know. I don't know. What
I don't know. Game prices are so weird right now.
well, I mean,
Everything is just weird.
yeah.
Not just
How
like
did
based on tariffs or whatever, but
well
everything is industry is just so bizarre because like
how does our tariffs affect you?
I imagine they what happens basically is mainly an excuse outside the US, but because they are losing more money, I think chips are going up as well in price, just regardless of tariffs.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that would make sense. Well, and
look,
I'm not saying that as being facetious. I'm asking because I don't know. Like that's a legitimate question.
I think they are. I think that's the problem because
Okay.
of everything that's
Manufacturing
going
is
on in the
going
economy.
up, so it's going to affect. Yeah. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense. So if that's the case, then we're going
economically,
to see Sony's going to announce their
oh,
price hikes any
oh
minute.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean
yeah.
that's inevitable. So,
I think that's the thing as well. But I forgot what I was going to say. Damn.
oh, sorry.
I lost my train of thought there.
I'll stop talking over you.
No, like just the industry. Nintendo just went, oh yeah, $80 Mario Kart, and Microsoft went, we'll put ours to $80 as well. But last, just like the last week, we had Oblivion Remaster,
$50.
$50. Expedition 33, Game of the Year contender,
$50.
$50. So what is this huge gap in between some games?
Hey, I
Like,
don't know what do you. And I get that the cost is a factor of like making the game. Like I know they spend
yeah,
like nearly like 500 um like what is it, $500 million to make a Call of Duty every year
yeah.
or something like that.
It's
And I
crazy.
get
It's
that.
crazy.
Right, I get that. But seriously, I mean you're selling it for 70, but then you're also making a gargantuan amount of money on Seth Rogen skins
Yeah,
and
Seth
shit.
Rogen, yeah, for some reason, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, so the reason, and even free to play games will the people that make free to play games will tell you it's like transactions are where it's at. That's how you make all your money. Look at Fortnite, But
Yeah.
again, if you've got a game that is $80, how more likely are you to buy skins and stuff in that game? I would wager that you're probably it's gonna probably sit in the back of your mind that's like I paid enough. I've given you enough. This is $80.
I mean,
Um,
apparently not, because people are still buying it. That's why they think they can
well,
charge this amount.
what's $80 right now though?
Hmm?
I mean, we haven't seen a game we haven't seen a game that's $80 now with Microsoft. I'm only guessing that the next Call of Duty is going to be $79.99, right?
Yeah, the Call of Duty is
So
definitely going to hit.
right. So that's going to be that's going to be a compass for how the direction this is going to go as far as how many copies are they going to sell as far, in contrast to how many microtransactions they're going to sell per copy of those games. Because if you price
Yeah,
the game out of holy shit, I can only now buy one game during the holiday season. You're probably least likely to spend more money on the game once you have it. And
yeah, and
and
I can
that's just
see
my
like
armchair analysis, take on gaming.
and like Microsoft has a golden goose in Game Pass right now.
Hmm.
But surely, if you actually had lower prices in games rather than raising them to the roof, more people would actually have an incentive to buy it, then spend more because it's cheaper.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
wouldn't they? Because
I
they
mean,
spend enough as it is.
yeah. Well, I mean, it only, and of course, the games that they're talking about are going to be their first party games. Oh, and by the way, they're in Game Pass. You get them
Yeah,
for
yeah, that is
whatever.
definitely a move to get people into Game Pass
Right,
more as
right.
well.
I get that,
Uh,
but
uh,
it's just, man, it's just controllers went up too. Everything went up. I think
Yeah,
everything went up, but
everything.
except the standard controller.
Yeah,
So, man, I'm so
I
glad
know,
I'm on
like,
PC.
I know, like physical hardware is going to get a bump up, but I don't understand the game prices right now. Like,
No,
it's all over. It's all over the place.
yeah, it really is, especially the fact that a lot of these physical and digital are the same price, and they just shouldn't be. They
Yeah,
just they just shouldn't be, and everybody knows it.
unless unless I don't know because they didn't actually say that. They
What?
say maybe digital could be 70 and physical 80.
I don't
Unless they do
know.
that, right?
I
But
don't know.
I don't think I don't think they're gonna do that.
No,
Uh,
no.
that would actually make more sense than just raising with prices every time.
Well, it would be one less rake that would be they would be stepping on.
Yeah,
Because I don't know why they don't push for digital anyway. Because manufacturing discs and putting them out there in the market, especially when they now have only one console or version of a console that has a disc drive in it,
yeah.
then
I mean,
why?
they all push for digital anyway.
Yeah.
But
Oh, actually, two. The 2 terabyte has a drive in it, doesn't it?
yeah, the two
Yeah.
terabyte has
Okay.
a drive
Okay.
as
I'm
well.
sorry. Then, well, half of their.
Although that is actually very limited though.
Yeah.
Like not many people have that.
Yeah.
Like you just walk into a store and buy one.
It's I don't know, man. Um, I feel like as far as like games this year, we're getting into a stellar year for games.
Yeah,
But then at the same time, the market is just going in the shitter.
yeah. I know
And
it's a strange time right
it
now.
is. I feel like with each year it's like, oh my god, it's getting better. Oh no, that's not. It's getting. Is it getting better? Oh no. It's just a give and take on either pricing quality games or games with full of political propaganda, or games that are like, hey, this game looks really cool. Oh well, now it's a live service hero shooter. Like shit. And
It's
then
like two
games
sets
getting
forward, three
canceled.
back. And it's just
Yeah.
can't just have it.
Well,
Um,
again, when I say that, I also feel like, and I'm not alone in this. Obviously, it's just that the most of the issues game wise, not hardware, but game wise, is with consoles. Consoles dictate the price of games. They dictate, sales of those console games. Dictate the next iteration of games that come out from those studios. It and I don't know why it's that way, but it just is, and I don't
I
like
think like
that.
yeah, I think because consoles were always sort of seen as the way into gaming. You know,
Well, of course,
like
I mean
not
they're
everyone
easily
wants.
accessible and readily
Not
available.
everyone is just going to go on the PC and just play games. Like console was the thing that brought gaming into like where it is
Right,
now.
but you could say that 15 years ago when you had console games and you had PC games. Well, now they're the same thing. Like if it comes out
Yeah.
on PlayStation, it's going to come out on PC or at the same time. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if you've got all the games are on PC,
Yeah.
but it's why is the console still driving the market? You're seeing that may be changing. I mean, you're seeing more and more that when these giant games come out, I think it was like Monster Hunter Wilds sold more on PC than it did on console. Is it? I think that was
Yeah.
the one, right? You're going to see more of this. You're going to see more people just, it's like if I can't have
I
a physical library of games like behind my wall, then why am I on console? That might be a driving factor. I don't know. People seem to like physical media for some reason.
I don't really get that factor to be honest. I'm not a collector, so maybe I just don't get it. But
No, I don't either. But I mean, I'm just saying it's one
it's
more factor, in that.
it's like oh, I don't have physical anymore, so I'm going to go to the system on PC that doesn't have physical anyway. Okay.
No. I'm saying that if people are hanging on to consoles because they're nostalgic about having physical media, but then the physical media is
Yeah.
going away, then maybe they'll start going, why the fuck am I on a console? Right? Like
Mm,
if and I've known people in the past, not recently, but in the past, it's like I like, when when Steam is going to
Yeah,
destroy
yeah.
going to the store and buying a physical game for PC. That was one of the things that a lot of people that I've talked to when I was in IT said that they liked about still having a console. They liked having a PlayStation because
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
go to the store and they can get that disc and they can have it in their library and have a collection of it and they can
yeah,
see it
yeah.
physically.
I mean I understand that. The trouble is as well, there's no game stores anymore. There's very few.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few retail stores over here anyway. I don't know what's like over there with
Yeah. Oh,
GameStop
yeah. I mean, we've got
and
GameStop,
things.
and that's it. You know, Target and
I
Walmart.
mean, yeah, but like it's very hard to find just retail stores now,
Yeah.
and obviously digital's
Oh,
been
just
like
wait.
part of that.
Here,
Uh,
it's going to get worse. People are going to have
like
way less money to spend.
yeah, but like since the Xbox One and PS4 came out, I knew that this was basically useless unless you're like one of those that like likes just trade games, resale games,
Yeah.
in and out and things like that. Apart from that, it's useless because you need to install them anyway. They don't run on the disc. They're not even on the disc anymore. You have to download a 100 GB patch. So
Yeah,
yeah,
what's on
old console
even
days
if
are
the
just
game's
gone.
on the disc at day one, if you go back in 2 months, it's a completely different game. So
Yeah.
what's the
So
point?
yeah, those days are gone. 360, PS2, it's gone now.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
yeah.
didn't mean to get into a whole physical media thing. I mean, I think anybody a fan of the show knows how I feel about physical media. It's a waste of plastic. Um, but I mean, I get it. I mean, I still buy DVDs and Blu-rays of like my favorite
Yeah,
movies.
I still have my Blu-ray collection because at least I have something to,
Yeah,
play it on.
yeah.
Disc drive is still there for that,
I mean, if the
and it
internet went
runs off
out,
the disc.
yeah,
Yeah.
when the solar flare hits, gotta have something to do. But I'm just, again, we're just like these armchair CEOs going, this is bad for business, but we don't know. I
Mm.
mean, Xbox has
I,
shown this last year that they don't give a shit about selling consoles. So I
yeah.
guess their point
Mm.
is that they're not going to lose more money on them either.
No,
Yeah.
I guess not. I guess that's just a way of sort of keeping themselves like not losing too much money. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
again, like this is another thing, right? Just jumping on to another topic
Let's do
I
it.
want that we want to talk about. Gears is getting a remaster.
A
Only the
remaster
first
of a
game.
remaster. Yeah.
Uh, like to go back to the pricing, that's $40.
It's $40, right?
Forty
Well,
dollars.
and you did say that
Where's the
if you
seventy?
already
Where's the
have
80?
if you already have the remaster, you get it for free, right? It's like a free upgrade.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically an update to the
Yeah.
Ultimate Edition anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, here at
Again,
Sony, you can not charge people for an update.
well, yeah. And of course, if you're on PlayStation, this is your first Gears game, so you're going to have to buy it anyway. But get it, you're
Yeah,
going to love it. But let's get into that a little bit because again, it's like, hey, look at these prices we're doing, and then they release this. Now, this doesn't make me happy. This is not the Phoenix collection that I wanted. Obviously, I
no,
want
it's
2 and
not.
3 on PC right fucking now, and I don't know why they're not doing it. But maybe this is a precursor. Maybe this is
It
just
is
like, hey,
probably
if this sells well, I don't know, but um, you get 4K resolution. I assume this is probably on the console, but you get 4K resolution, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, which is nice. High dynamic range, HDR, Dolby Vision 7.1.4, Dolby Atmos, variable refresh rate for the people using monitors and TVs with VRR, 4K assets and remastered textures. So that's nice. They've updated the textures on that. Enhanced post-processing visual effects, improved shadows and reflections, probably just adding ray tracing, super resolution with improved anti-aliasing, 0 loading screens during campaign. I don't really remember there being any much on the
no.
remastered, but for Xbox fans, a thank you. Yeah, after updating pricing. So this is there's a stipulation. You get a free upgrade. My battery just died on my mouse.
Free upgrade for digital.
Yeah,
Yes.
free upgrade for digital versions, and prior to today's announcement. So if you buy it tomorrow, you're not getting a free upgrade. So keep that in mind.
I'm pretty sure like they already took it off the store. Just like,
Yeah.
oh well, they had their time gone.
Oh geez, I need another mouse. Which
Uh,
this one died. So, um, gee, which one should I pick? A drawer. I have a drawer full of mice, and I went with the Superlight by Logitech. Okay. Anyway, um, so I mean, this is cool. This is good. Now I take that back. I'm not happy about getting one game, but I am happy about people on PlayStation actually getting this game and this version of Gears of War. Um,
yeah,
it's man, it's not. This is what I've always felt about you know Xbox and PlayStation. There's nothing like this on PlayStation. Like people are gonna
yeah,
freak
yeah.
out. Like when there's blood all over your screen from chainsawing an enemy. Yeah, I mean it's you're gonna love it. It's just gonna be just total badass. I can't wait. This is the same thing when I felt like like Sea of Thieves. See, there's nothing like Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. They don't have games
Mhm.
like that because they don't put their money in games like that. You know, like
Yeah.
Xbox has a racing game, a pirate game, a chainsaw gun game. Um, we've got Halo. We've got multiple multiplayer games, and Sony's got story games. Just movie games. So I'm happy about that, and I'm also happy that I'll get to go in multiplayer and chop up a bunch of noobs. So
Well,
maybe they'll
you
get
know what?
a
This is probably
skin. They'll get a
yeah.
special
Okay.
skin. It's like, oh, there's a PlayStation player
You,
new to this. Yeah. So anyway, that'll
but
be
this
fun.
is a precursor to the trilogy, probably getting remastered. They're probably checking how
Um,
that's gonna do.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be per title. Like maybe they'll do a 2 next year.
Oh yeah, 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 that's what I mean. Like they
Yeah.
will like do war basically see how this goes.
Yeah.
I think this probably cements the fact that Halo will go to PlayStation as well soon.
Oh, absolutely. And we talked about that. When they announced when they announced E-Day. We were talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
this is most likely a catalyst for restarting both of these franchises. Not necessarily Gears of War, but they're definitely restarting Halo again. They're most likely remaking the first game,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's going to go to PlayStation and PC, day one. And I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's great. Again, PlayStation doesn't have anything like Halo on their
Mhm.
list. And they'll say, "Oh, I played Killzone." That's not Halo. That's not even close. But so, and then Gears E Day, right? It will probably be. I can't see it going day and date, but I would wager that it will probably come out and then kind of like Indiana Jones, where it will come out at the end of the year and then in spring it'll go to PlayStation.
I could see a day and date to be honest, depending on
For
when
E
E
Day,
Day
you think
comes
so?
out.
I mean, it could.
Could see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like, if they decide to sort of remake the trilogy, maybe like I don't know how long this would take. If they got like one, two, and three, like E Day released before they all came out, I don't know. Maybe I could release and then PlayStation gets it once they got the trilogy. I don't know, but or just release it because it's not a surprise anymore. Xbox games are going to PlayStation, so just
Yeah, it's
just do
not.
it.
It's. I think most of them going forward are going to go to PlayStation, either day and date or a couple of months later.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, again, I'm excited for PlayStation players. I'm not excited to get another iteration of, in my opinion, not the best Gears game. Um,
Mhm.
2 and 3 are so much better and so deserving of sequel names. Like 2 is like that's how you do a sequel. 3, that's how you end a franchise. I mean, 1, 2, and 3, it's just like you don't make those games anymore. And keep in mind, 1, 2, and 3 is all on 360. It's all like on the same console. And they
Yeah.
ended that on, man, it's just brilliant how they did it. We just don't get that anymore, you know.
I do wonder how like remastered it's gonna be, because we have it already on Xbox, like the
Yeah, I don't.
remaster.
I can't see it being
So
like a huge
what's it
difference.
winning? Yeah,
Yeah, it looks good now. I played it on PC recently, and
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
holy shit,
yeah.
it still looks great. It's a good example of the same kind of remaster that Oblivion is. It's like it's the same game, feels the same, same voice acting, same everything. It just looks and plays, or not plays, but I mean it looks and delivers everything much more efficiently and much more beautiful. So I wish they'd do that to two. I mean, they don't have to. It still looks good. Just throw it. Just throw it on PC. Anyway.
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny just like see Xbox have Gears One, 360, 4K, Gears Ultimate. I think it's 4K. I'm not sure, but Gears Ultimate remake, and then Gears remake,
Yeah, remake
remastered
and remake.
remake.
Oh, here's a bundle.
Uh,
Well, it's. I
well, the
think.
PlayStation people will have a hard time with games right now. I think it comes to Gears,
Yeah.
because what's the abbreviation for Gears?
Yeah. GOW. Gears of War.
GOW.
Yep.
Uh, oh yeah, did you play GOW? It came out, and then was going like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, Gears. Okay,
God of War. Gears of War. It's the same thing. They should just put in a Kratos skin for multiplayer.
that'd be cool
That
actually.
would be really cool,
Imagine
wouldn't
just you find
it? That would
enjoying
be
them.
Microsoft. Get with Sony. I think that would be fucking cool. I really think so. That would be just awesome, and it would fit.
Just yeah,
Yeah,
just Kratos in his whole Gears
yeah,
costume. Right.
man. But again, I really wish that before E-Day comes out and before it goes to other platforms, I wish they would release 2 and 3, because I feel like, just as a fan of the series, E-Day is going to hit really different depending on
Oh yeah, yeah,
who's played the prior games.
yeah, yeah.
No spoilers, because at this point
Uh,
we don't know what's going to get released, but yeah, it could hit really different. And even that trailer was like, I saw people on Reddit. It's like, man, I teared up. Like I saw Marcus and
Yeah,
Dom of
yeah,
like, holy shit, and it all came flooding back. You know, it's these things matter. These things matter
yeah.
to
So
some of us.
ju- just hypothetically, when would you think like Gears E-Day would come out? Do you think it's coming out soon at
I
all?
think it's no, I don't, not at all. And I can tell you, this is why I think that trailer that we saw, they rendered it with the Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 5. They did UE5 for that,
Yep.
but it wasn't gameplay, and we know it wasn't gameplay.
No, no.
It was a cinematic trailer to the fullest extent. It's very likely that the game will probably not look quite that good. So that tells me that, you know, that's the cinematic trailer. So the next one's going to be gameplay. And the next one, that could be 2-3 years down the road. This will most likely be a launch title for the next Xbox. I really think that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see it next year. I think Fable is going to take the spotlight for next year. Probably, and they're probably looking at a release date now, since we haven't talked about it yet, but of course GTA 6 got moved to May of next year. So now
Yeah.
everybody's scrambling to kind of figure out where they're going to release their game, far away
Which is
from that
anyone
juggernaut.
is anyone surprised GTA got delayed?
Well,
Is anyone
my question was, did they
surprised?
have a release date?
Not a release date, a release window, because they always said fall 2025.
Okay, so they did have
And,
a year.
and, and
Yeah.
that's what they said. And then like Take Two was like, oh yeah, we're really confident it's gonna come out this year.
Well, there was a yeah, they moved the release date for Borderlands 4.
Borderlands.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody thought, well, that's, Take Two is the publisher for that as well, and they were like, oh shit, well, that means that it's probably because of, I'm like, no, not at all.
No, no.
It's called, but Randy Pitchford
Um,
is fucking weird. Uh, but they moved that to May. So as far as the games that we know that are coming out, probably next year, will be either very early or very late in the year. Nobody's going to release
and
anything around that.
I suspect it's going to get delayed again.
Oh yeah, it probably will, and it'll probably land right on November. They'll probably announce it like 2 months before. They'll announce it like in end of March, and like, oh, the new release
Yeah,
date is 11, whatever, 2026, and everybody's gonna shit their
but
pants.
yeah, because like didn't like GTA launch close to the last gen end? Like Xbox, launched on
They
Xbox One
did.
and PlayStation
It
4
came out in
shortly after
2013,
360.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
It seems like that last year is when you get all the best games for that
oh, oh, oh yeah,
console.
that's what GTA usually does as well. Like that's sort of like their best one. So yeah, it was in September. The original release was September, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say September next year. I don't think it's gonna
Yeah, I
hit
mean
May.
it could slip a couple of months, and then again everybody will shit their pants because they don't want to release anywhere near that. Even though if a game, not everybody's going to play that. Okay, again, it's not coming out on PC. One, two, I don't play GTA. I don't like those games. I mean, if it goes to Game Pass at some point, I might check it out, but I don't play video games to do things that look like the news. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that to belittle it at all, but it's just the setting and the tone and everything is just not something that It's just too realistic and too um, relatable. Too relatable.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
things that
I
are
get that.
more like,
I think like GTA is also that sort of franchise that does dictate a lot about a game, especially like with how GTA 5 sold.
yeah.
So I really, really hope that Rockstar aren't doing this battle pass crap. Please don't do it,
You know
please.
they
I
are.
don't,
This game, dude.
I don't,
This
I
game is
don't
going to be
care if it's
$80 at least with a
yeah. I
$10
don't
Game
care if they,
Pass.
I don't care if they put shark cards in it. Please
Yeah.
don't do the seasonal crap. We're
Oh
so
man, you know
over
they
it.
are. TheyThey're gonna
Um,
do it. They're gonna do
I know they're lining
seasonal
their
stuff.
pockets
They're gonna
right.
do game passes. They're gonna do shark cards. They're gonna do everything. This is gonna be like the they know what they're doing this time. They didn't know what they were doing the first time. When GTA Online launched, it was like, holy cow, are you sure you guys want to do this? And then a year later, it was raking in like millions of dollars a month. Holy cow, yeah. Don't even we probably won't get anything else from Rockstar after this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I think that this is gonna come out. It's gonna be huge. Then the online component is gonna come out. It's gonna be even bigger than the first one because hopefully it will be objectively better. And they'll know how to monetize it, and they'll just be the GTA 6 factory from now on, which is this is what I hate
I
about
mean,
gaming, man. It's really do. It's
I
just
mean, I mean,
god
it took like
dang.
13 years for the GTA 5 factory, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, AAA right now just there's no real creativity or nobody's like pushing gaming. It's just like, oh, look at our graphics, look at our graphics. It's like we get it, man. We get your graphics are good, yay, whatever. But who's out there really like pushing what a game is and how immersive it can be and how interactive it can be. It just seems like it's going backwards, man. I'm playing Oblivion. Came out in 2006, and I can go into a room and I can pick up every fucking object in that room. Everything.
Yeah.
That's not furniture. Why are we not getting that now?
Yeah, yeah,
every character has AI. Every character has a job. They go do something or they just roam around and talk to people. But then at a certain time they go to bed, they wake up, they go out, they've got their own thing. Well, they do this whether you're there or not. Why is that not advanced? Why are we not
yeah.
seeing more of that? That's what just really kills me. I don't
I
get it.
think I think a game like GTA has a perfect example to do that if they actually want to and not just put online transactions in it. Because at least GTA 5 was something that you could just go around the city and just do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And cut a lot of content out of that game
Yeah, they
as
did.
well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure they'll do it. They did it with 6 as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not a GTA person really. I I got I played 5. I played the campaign. Um, I wasn't like hyped over the moon with it. And GTA Online, by the time I got to it, everyone's just hacking and blowing up, just blowing you up every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah,
private servers
that's
now,
kind of
but
when
it
I
was
jumped
horrible.
in. I'm like, "Hey, I'm in." And the guy comes and runs me over with a scooter and an Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but it's well, we're gonna see. So we get good and bad. I mean, that's just the way it is now. It's we get good stuff, we get good games, and then we get bad news, and then we get pricing. Um, and but not to be kind of doom and gloom. I do think that gaming. Man, I'm just gonna say it. If you're on console, you're getting ripped off. You're just getting fucking ripped off, man. If you don't wise up to that, it's not going to be good for you. At least, for me personally, like going from Xbox to PC, it was very seamless because my library, most of my games came with me. Uh,
I think that's like the major issue for a lot of any system really
yeah.
is if you're on PlayStation, you can't just switch to Xbox because your library's there,
Yeah,
and vice
exactly.
versa.
You've got a lot of money spent in that. Yeah, you can't just,
So obviously that's why people like buy the next console. PS4 goes to PS5 and so on. But at least with Microsoft, they do offer that option for you. Like, hey,
play
here's some of
anywhere.
your games. Not everything, but like there's a lot of them. And yeah, buy it once and you got both copies,
Hmm.
Xbox and PC, because you're
Yeah.
Microsoft. So that's a great option for that.
Yeah, because they know if you go to PC, you're still going to be a customer.
Yeah,
That's what Sony is just now figuring out. If they lose you in the console sale and you go to PC, you still could be a customer because if they continue to put their games on PC, you'll buy them. Uh,
yeah.
and of course, and you don't have to pay for you don't have to pay for your internet again. You can play games online for free. Doesn't matter how much they cost. So, and looking at statistics, man, PC gaming is on the rise. It's there's more and more people converting to PC and getting a PC.
Yeah, actually, there was a I think Microsoft that said because they did their financials really,
Yeah, show the PC growth, right? For PC Game
and
Pass.
and they showed the PC growth.
Yeah,
I think it went up 45%.
yeah, that's a lot.
That's that is massive.
That's
That
a
is a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, and it
So they
probably
can
has to
see
do with, huh? What'd you say?
there's like that's where they're like seeing the money really. It's
Yeah,
on PC.
yeah. Well, there was a long time where they didn't really, they just like didn't care about PC gaming, with their operating system or their service or anything. It was like they had Windows Live or whatever, where they tried to charge you for playing games online, and everybody was like, no. And they shut it down, and then after that, they just kind of quit for a little bit. But then when Phil Spencer came in and they started updating stuff, they put in day and date on PC, and then they started putting games in more and more games in PC Game Pass. Even when I went to solely PC in 2022, PC Game Pass it wasn't great. They didn't have a lot of games. Now it's grown, and every title that they put out is with their name on it goes straight to PC day one. So they're seeing the value in that, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, with a PC, you can do so much more with a PC that you can't do with a console, like do a podcast. Uh, so that to me is makes me feel better about gaming in general. Just the PC market in general. Just having a multitude of games, indie titles, and affordability in the light of a Series X going 100 up $100. Like holy shit, man.
I mean, how's the PC market doing? GPUs and prices and parts and all
Well,
that
those are
sort of
going to
stuff.
go up too, right? But that doesn't mean that, um, you know,
I'm wondering if anything's like happened now, or just I don't know. I haven't like seen anything that says like it's going up crazy. Like some parts are.
well, I mean, well, if you're in Nvidia, you just kind of went up just for no fucking reason, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
but
5090 or
everybody's,
something. Like, I don't
yeah, it's
know.
like, oh, is there $2,000 for GPU? No, no, bro, no, I'm sorry, you're gonna sell five of those to those guys, those idiots, and that's it. But as far as like prices for that, I still am glad I got a new one in November and didn't wait till to this year. But prices will start to go up on PC stuff. But you know what? I mean, they always have. It's almost like it just really depends on how much, because prices on PC stuff just steadily climb. Uh, but it's not the prices that you're seeing in the those huge over inflated stuff. There's a choice. That is like the upper crust, the fastest of the fastest
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
don't have
I'm
to
not
buy
not
that.
talking
That's the
about just like the
difference.
best things. Yeah,
Yeah.
not talking about just like the best things, but just in general. Like you'll see a lot of prices going up.
Oh yeah,
Of
you're
course,
you're going to see prices go up. I'm not saying they don't go up all across the board. I'm saying that the prices that people complain about are usually the stuff that like the higher end CPUs and the higher end GPUs, and
yeah,
when you can still get a mid range PC for $1,000, we don't have a problem yet. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even with like um prices going up with consoles and things like that, people still have other options to get them, like secondhand stores or
Yeah. You get a
local
used
sellers.
one, eBay, stuff like
So,
that.
you know, regardless of where you decide to play, you just have to like be a bit smarter when it comes to just paying for things.
Yeah,
I think
and yeah.
that's just prices are going up and up and up. So yeah, don't buy anything really at full retail because they just go up and up and up.
Yeah,
You
especially
can
if they
find cheaper
go up this
deals.
expensive, man. I mean, go up
Yeah,
this much.
yeah.
Ugh.
Although like even some of the like stock, all the like new Xbox stock is going to be that price, but there's plenty of old stock that they can sell, which will be the same price.
No.
Another thing that
No, not
well,
here. No, it just they raised the price of it. Like if you go to Best Buy right now,
anything.
yeah, everything. Like the price now for an Xbox is $599. It didn't matter when they got that Xbox or when it came in. Um, I went to Target.com and I went to, unless they don't have any stock on these. I didn't think about that. Maybe they didn't. Sometimes when they
Maybe
change prices, they're like, "Hey, we're not shipping you anything right now." It's just like,
yeah,
so it's like,
that
"Hey, I
could be
can
a
buy
thing as
one."
well. That could be a thing as well. I
Um,
saw some people say that like they still got the old prices because of the old stock.
um, unless they try, I don't know. I would not be surprised that some of the retailers raised the price and then went, "Oh shit, we're not supposed to do that." I don't know,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
but
Um,
watch it be completely wrong now that I'm looking at it now. No,
oh yeah, I just no,
BestBuy.com. You can come
cool.
in and get an
Yeah.
Xbox Series X. They have one locally at my store for $599.99.
Wow.
Series S is I can have it in an hour for $379.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get a PlayStation 5 Slim console for $499.99.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's a bit crazy now.
yeah.
Of course,
So
like You also have to worry about your taxes as well.
Yeah.
How much do you pay on tax?
So here it's like 9.75 sales tax.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, you get hit with sales tax too when you buy it. And here and if you turn around and sell it on eBay or something, then they expect you to sell to pay tax on that again if you
Yeah,
sell
of
it to
course.
somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course you do. Yeah,
Because you have to pay tax on something you already pay tax on when you sell it to somebody that doesn't have to
yeah,
pay tax on it.
yeah. Because that makes
Anyway,
sense.
let's change the subject.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just I guess a takeaway is that it's if you don't have a console or anything right now, just watch the prices and shop smarter. Everybody buying games at $80 makes more $80 games. Not saying don't
Mm-hmm.
buy them or do whatever with your money. You can do whatever you want to, but
Yeah, but I
I
would
see a
just
lot of people. Well, it's like
wait for sales. Wait
yeah,
for
don't get it on day one. I saw a lot of people on X saying, like when they were talking about GTA 6 was going to be $100, they were like, I don't care if it's $1,000, I'll get it day one. I'm like, are you
yeah,
insane?
yeah, 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 stuff
Like
like that. Yeah, definitely.
like what are you gonna do if the game's not good? Like there's no guarantees anymore for games. I don't care what studio makes anything. There's no guarantees anymore. Like we're
Yeah.
done with that. If it's got somebody's name stamped on it, that means absolutely fucking zero, nothing. You can't go by
Mm-hmm.
that studio name. We know that now. That studio is not the studio that it was 10 years ago. So a lot of people have left GTA. Dan Houser left GTA, left Rockstar. He was the driving force behind GTA, and now he's out of there. So who's at the wheel? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe some idiot. you know, maybe somebody that doesn't know how to write his way out of a paper bag or her way out of a paper bag. So we just have to wait and see. But anyway, so we got I think we got everything right. We got the remaster for Gears, and we talked about GTA 6 getting a new release date, and then wasn't there something else that just hit? What are we forgetting?
Um,
We just talked about it before the show. Something
so
landed. Maybe that was it. Maybe
I
it was.
saw the thing about Naughty Dog.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, lay it on us.
This is just a rumor right now, but apparently Naughty Dog had a single player game that we're making, and it's been cancelled. And I don't see a lot of details on the thing.
Well, I mean uh, yeah. Let's be honest. Games get canceled internally a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah.
You take like a handful of people and say, hey, let's work on this concept of something, and it doesn't work, and you just But it is interesting that it's possible that Naughty Dog can make two games at one time. Is that a possibility?
Yeah,
Can
I
Neil
mean,
Druckmann hover over an entire staff, in two different locations and run a TV show that's going into the ground? I don't know.
it
Maybe.
sounds like a very early in development concept sort
Yeah.
of uh, thing, but so probably won't know what it even was.
Yeah. We did
Um,
hear that there was a bunch of layoffs at EA, and
yeah,
but we have to clarify that there was a Titanfall game that was canceled due to budget cost and whatnot. But it was not contrary to what you see on most of the thumbnails. It was not Titanfall 3. It was a it was a Titanfall extraction shooter. So yeah, let's not flood the
I,
market with extraction shooters, people. Please.
I,
How about
I,
single player
well,
experiences? That'd be great.
yeah, is this going to be the new like battle royale
Yeah. Oh,
extraction
absolutely.
shooters?
Yes, absolutely.
Like,
100%.
why are we getting these things? Like all of a sudden, like everyone wants to do an extraction shooter.
Because there's money in it. They think they know that the battle royale is like on the decline, And what's the in your corporate mind, you have to go, what is the next biggest thing? Well, extraction shooters are getting popular, so let's make an extraction shooter. You know,
But I mean, what I mean is like, what's getting popular? Because I don't know, because I don't play a lot of extraction shooters. Why are they popular right now? What is popular?
well, Escape from
Division did
Tarkov has been
well.
popular for a while. Um,
Mm,
and as far as extraction shooters, most of them have failed. There was a
yeah.
one for Battlefield. I don't even think when Battlefield 2042 came out, they had one, and I don't think it's even a mode anymore. Rainbow Six had one. Rainbow Six Extraction, or
Um.
is that what it's called? I don't even know. It was
Yeah. They did like another extraction
it was live
ish
for like
game.
2 minutes. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and
So it's
I,
like, where's the popular games then?
right.
Unless
But
that's
that's not to say that how long there was for the longest time there was PUBG and there was Fortnite,
yeah.
and then Call of Duty made one, and then other ones started popping up, and again they would pop up and go away. They're like, oh, nobody wants to play this. You can't saturate the market with games like that. You just can't. And what was the other one that? Well, it's more of a heist game, but shit, I forgot the studio. But it was that game where you still you still like memorabilia and like movie memorabilia and stuff. It's like just
What?
do you remember that? Yeah, they canceled. They showed like a gameplay video of it and then they canceled. Hyenas or something like that. What was it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, I've already forgotten. I mean, it's like it came and went. It wasn't even a thing. And how many times
Yeah.
can you do that?
So yeah.
We
So
we
like a
need a
weird trend change right now.
God. We need Dishonored 3. We need Titanfall 3. We need Half-Life 3. We need single player games, people. The industry is showing that these sell. Look at Expedition 33, which, by the way, I have to toot my own horn. I was saying last week, I think, that I felt like by releasing Oblivion and Expedition 33 like within the same week, they actually boosted each other. Like I think that having these at the same time
Yeah.
helped the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys, the financial
It,
guys at Expedition 33, said that he's like, no, man, we were not worried about Oblivion. It you couldn't, it's like in the same conversation,
yeah.
and
And
it
actually
actually
helped them.
helped them.
I think any other game, like as say again, like any other game that had like a service based to it would have died under Oblivion.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
the fact that Expedition was 33 was that good
yeah.
as well. That helps.
Yeah. Well, the fact
So
that it's
yeah.
another role playing game, a single player experience that
Yeah.
I think it helped it. Um, just like if Marathon and Arc Raiders came out in the same week, like I don't think that would have the same I don't have the same
No, I
effect.
don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it will have the same effect.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though as well right now. I think Marathon has to delay because it's in a tight spot when it comes to release dates.
Yeah.
So we have Gears coming out at the end of August.
Yeah.
We'll have Call of Duty by October probably,
Yeah.
and Marathon is in the middle. Who's gonna play Marathon really?
I wouldn't say that the people that would be interested in Gears is. I don't think that's the same crowd.
It's
Probably some.
not the same type of game, but you know what I mean. Like you got big hitters,
Yeah.
and then
And this is just
Marathon.
what we know so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Microsoft will just be like, "Hey, we got the whole lineup of remasters and
Well,
new games. Who knows?"
Microsoft does this every year. They've got a pocket full of games that they, come June, they're going to be like, oh, check these out. And nobody's going to, there's not even a rumor of what they're working on. Like, we
Yeah,
don't even know what it is. And then they're going to show it
like
and it's going to be like, holy shit,
this Gears announcement was just like what?
a
Like out
tweet.
of nowhere,
Yeah.
just a tweet.
Yeah.
They could have saved that for the June show. The fact they said that now, like, what the hell do they have in June?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this
Yeah.
is just the start. Um,
So,
Sony is rumored to have absolutely nothing first party. Um, which is concerning. I mean, if you're a sole if you just have a PlayStation, I would be concerned about the games that you're getting from Sony. But if you do have a PlayStation, you likely don't give a shit because you're just playing Fortnite and Call of Duty on it anyway. So, but
I mean, you do have Ghost of Yote, the Yote.
oh yeah, I forgot about
That's
that
coming out.
one. I keep forgetting
That's
about
coming
that.
out in October. That's out in October.
So,
Marathon, and
well, yeah, maybe this year. Yeah,
and I think that's it.
they,
At least from
I
Sony
would.
first party.
Well, I would hope they have something else. I hope they have something else in their pocket, but rumor has it that they don't.
I mean, their last state of play was a Borderlands show.
Yeah, one
Like,
game by a third party game that I don't.
I understand marketing because they have the marketing for it, but did you need to do that?
I do you
Like,
do
I,
you
I,
are you a Borderlands fan?
I'm getting into Borderlands just now, so
Yeah,
um, it's fun actually as a kind of looter shooter as it goes.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll see how Borderlands 4 does, but I sort of dip my toe into Borderlands. Haven't really got into it properly.
I played the first one and I finished the second one in co-op with my son, and we had fun with it. Third one I did not like at all. It was just
Yeah,
too. I mean, it was fun, but when you're like the humor just got nauseating. I mean,
yeah,
it just, and I know it's not for me. I get that. And
yeah.
four looks even more leaning on more not for me. More for a younger crowd, I
I mean,
guess. Or
Borderlands 4 just looks like Borderlands meets Destiny.
well, that's what kind of Borderlands kind of is. I mean, it's a
No, but like proper sort of
oh,
Destiny
you mean
sort
like a
of
full
look.
live service, like ongoing game?
Not just like live service, just the way the combat goes and the movement. Because it's really funny how like these studios say these things. I did see a bit of the sort of gameplay reveal just to see what it was like.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, we've got new movement now. You can sort of hover and glide. It's like Destiny.
yeah,
That's what it is. It's
yeah,
Destiny.
yeah.
It's like, oh, this is new and this is new. It's like this looks like a Borderlands Destiny game. Which is fine if people like that. It's
I
just
mean,
funny.
you're selling it on me. I mean, if they lean more into character abilities that are relevant and cool, some in three, some of this I didn't really enjoy any of the character abilities in three, and then have more variety in what you're doing instead of just hey there's an empty room and now it's filling up with enemies and shoot 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 shoot. I mean I get that that's mostly what it is, but you know, and I guess if you watch somebody play Destiny, that's what it looks like. But there's a lot more going on there that I think that the previous Borderlands didn't really have. You know, if they can lean more into like a Destiny live service game, it might end up being really big for them. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I'm
could
not
be.
I'm not. It's not something I'm paying $80 for just to try
Yeah.
out. Hell no. But it's coming out. Wait, it was September. What is it now? I know they
12th of September. It
okay.
was like 24th or something, but now it's
They moved it
12th.
up, right? It was like the
Yeah. Yeah.
24th or something, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. You can get it sooner. Um, yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, I think we've depleted our news stories and stuff that we want to talk about this
Yep.
week.
We covered everything, I
Um,
think.
yeah, I'm gonna be on Twitch tomorrow night playing Oblivion. If you want to come check out me and the further adventures of Aragorn, and I'm gonna also be streaming Doom Dark Ages when it comes out, of
Oh yeah.
course. So
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with that, and I've put some streams and some gameplay on our YouTube page. You can check those out if you want to, and also I'm gonna put some Arc Raiders content on there tomorrow. So you can check it out, and then that way, Liam, you can check out Arc Raiders and see if it's something If you want to jump in with me and get shot and die, drag
Yeah,
yourself to your own
yeah,
death.
I do anything in like just to play a co-op game. So that's always fun to do, just to
Yeah,
jump in anyway.
yeah. I will tell you that a couple of times I got in. I got in by myself several times. Got some good loot. Got out without firing a shot. Just a sneaky, just walking
Yeah.
around. And yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But we need to get working on that marathon play test. We need to get into that so we can tell everybody
Mm,
how it is and what we think about it so far, and have some fun with
yeah,
that.
Bungie, hook us
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
After we just size everything.
We're your favorite shills. Give you shit every week. Anyway, all right, we're out of here. Thanks for dropping in, and if you like our content, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check us out next week. We'll be here. Bye.